Is Florida really eliminating property taxes here in the state? Today, I'm going to give you the truth, and then I'm going to give you the good and the bad if this actually happens. Folks, my name is Brant. I'm a buyer's agent / relocation specialist here in the state of Florida. I strictly work with buyers. And if that is you, if you've ever seriously considered purchasing a home here in Florida, click the link in the first pinned comment and let's connect. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. I will say that it is a beautiful morning here on Pensacola Beach. It is February and about 75 degrees. So the conversation about eliminating property taxes really picked up after Governor Ron DeSantis said, hey, maybe we should eliminate property taxes on primary homes. Now, Florida already has no state income tax. So if they were to eliminate property taxes too, it would become one of the lower taxed states. Now, before you say, well, we're going to be taxed in other ways, let me get there, because eliminating these taxes does not come without consequence. Property taxes generate tens of billions of dollars each year for local governments to fund things like police departments, fire departments, parks, infrastructure. So for that reason, lawmakers are not looking for just one specific change. They're looking at multiple proposals so that they can get this right for the state of Florida. Now, I want to talk about the main proposal right now. I'm going to read it to you. The main proposal getting the most attention right now is the House Joint Resolution 203. This plan would gradually eliminate most property taxes on homestead properties. All right, folks, that means your primary residence. That doesn't mean that you can own 25 rental properties and have your taxes eliminated on all of those properties. Now, here's how this would work. Starting in 2027, the homestead exemption would increase by $100,000 every year for 10 years. Eventually, by 2037, primary homes would be exempt from most local property taxes except for the school portion. So in other words, you would pay the taxes that fund the schools, but all the other county taxes would be eliminated. And I gotta say, that could reduce some homeowners' taxes by thousands of dollars a year. Again, none of this comes without consequence. I want to talk about the good first before we get to the bad. So if one of the versions of these proposals end up passing, it could make Florida a lot more attractive to homeowners. Let me give you some possible benefits right here. We could see stuff like higher home affordability, lower annual housing costs, and a rise in housing value. There are several analysts out there saying this could raise home prices several percent if this goes through. And I gotta say, for many Florida homeowners who have seen their taxes rise over the last few years, this could be some sort of a relief. It's a little bit choppy this morning, and not quite as clear a water as we're used to. This time of year, it's usually emerald green, and it is a little dirty. That is because of the rain that we've had here recently. We've heard about the good things this could cause, but let's talk about the bad. Property taxes are one of the main ways local governments fund services. So if we were to eliminate those, local governments around the state of Florida would lose almost $13 billion. So you have to ask the question, where then would they make that money up? Let me read you some possible alternatives. Higher sales tax, more tourism tax, state budget transfers, or reduction in local services. And obviously, I think it's going to affect stuff like law enforcement funding, park funding, road funding. A lot of people travel to the state of Florida because Florida is beautiful. All right, Florida has amazing parks. We have super high tourism. That's not going to stop. Okay, so they're going to find a way to make up that the money elsewhere, and that money is probably going to be either in hidden fees or stuff like what I just said. So while we might be getting rid of property taxes, potentially, I can almost 100% guarantee you we will be getting taxed in other ways. Now, here's what makes the situation complicated. None of these proposals are even guaranteed to happen. All right, for this to even happen, it first needs to pass the Florida House and Senate. After that, it's going to go on a ballot, and it has to get at least 60% of the vote to even pass. All right, so we're a long way off from this even happening you see a lot of headlines out there. This is funny. There's so many property taxes headlines saying Florida is eliminating property taxes, and then people talk about how basically make you think property taxes are already gone. And that's just not the case, folks. We're actually a long ways off from this even happening. And as you saw from the most popular proposal right now, you're not even going to see full effects of that for years and years to come. And this is just my opinion from someone that works in real estate. Yes, there could be benefits of eliminating property taxes, but because they're going to have to make up this money elsewhere, I think that there will be political debate after political debate for years and years to come without anything happening. That is an opinion. Anything government related never happens very quickly. All right, you guys know that. So is this going to happen tomorrow? No. I would relax about property taxes, because the truth is nothing has changed right here in the state of Florida. I still pay my property taxes every year, and but there are real proposals out there that could affect property taxes here in the future. Once again, folks, if you've ever thought about moving to the state of Florida or purchasing a house here, click the link in the first pinned comment. You can also look at all of my contact information is also in the description below if you want to call me or text me. I usually respond to text or emails best because I get so many spam callers. The amount of spam callers nowadays are absolutely wild. I get 20 a day. 20 a day, so I don't really answer my phone. If you do call, leave me a voice message and I will return your call. Maybe we can set up a phone call to answer any questions that you may have here about the state of Florida.